Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. I don't know about this episode. I really don't know about this episode. There's been some good stuff last week, and it was kind of mixed in with some bad stuff, but the good stuff outweighed the bad stuff except for Friday, and that was just all around bad. But getting into this episode today, Trina, why are they writing this woman this way? She visits Spencer. And you know what she does? She takes us down memory lane and she starts asking him about, why did you lie to me about before, when you really believed me the whole time? And, Spencer was like, you already know the truth. Yeah, but I want to hear from you. I get the idea that they want new people to come in and to kind of get caught on get caught up in what's going on. Okay? I get that. But I feel like at this point, by them trying to get new people in or to make sure that new people are, kind of caught up with what's going on, I feel like it's like the people who've been watching it for a while has to take a back seat. And you're pretty much just retelling, like, we already know about why he lied. Okay, we already know, and the fact that she was just asking questions after questions after questions, I was like, boo. You know the truth, okay? You know exactly why he lied to you. Why are you sitting there whining about it now? And she's whining and she's yelling, and I'm just like, bro, this is so stupid for so many different reasons. One, you wouldn't worry now. I came here to sit there and try to salvage our friendship if you want to do that. Why? By rehashing the past and, practically lambasting him for the fact that he didn't tell you the truth. He didn't tell you the truth. So what? You know the truth now. You're not in prison anymore. You're not going to jail. You are dating a new man. You know exactly why he did what he did. And on top of that, he told the truth. And hell, it didn't even really matter. He's in jail now. And you're sitting there, you're upset with him because he lied to you before, after you already knew the truth? What was the point of that? It was so stupid. So dumb. Now, moving on from that, Finn and Alexis. Finn, what the hell are you doing? Why do you need another grown woman to sit there and tell you to talk to Liz? He didn't really fill her in that much on what was going on. I mean, yeah, he said that Reiko had an affair with someone. I don't know if he mentioned if it was Jeff or not, but, they had an affair. He's like, I don't know how to handle this. Okay, cool, but why don't you talk to Liz? This isn't Liz. Well, talk to her. Talk to her. They're both at a meeting. And, Alexa's like, listen, when you keep stuff inside, is this how we want to get in trouble? Talk to her. Like, what was you doing? You haven't said anything since. You just like, what are you waiting for? Towards the end, Jeff Weber came in. I didn't really understand the point of that. It was like, why even bother to show him towards the end of the episode? Whatever. But that's going to be interesting for tomorrow. So I give him points for that. I finally found out who that annoying chick was who kept banging on the door. Who kept banging on Josh's door and why she was doing that in the first place. I guess she's some sort of, I don't know, I never lived in the dorms or whatever, but she's like responsible, making sure that everything is okay. And when Josh told Adam about the whole bed bus thing, that's when she came in there to check, see what was going on. So she was about to just walk on in, but Josh got there and Josh was able to sit there and take care of her. And of course, Adam came in there right after, and Adam was being like super nosy, like, yo, so what's going on? Like, well, what's in the room? I hear noise. Like, bro, don't you got, like, I don't know, porn to watch or frat stuff or something else to do? Why are you all up in her face, like, being all nosy and everything? She's like, yo, I got a cat. That's what I have in there. You got a stash? Yeah, bro. She has a stash. Go away. Like, go away. What are you doing? Now, when she gets in there, Dex is on the floor. Dex is going to sit there and try to hide somewhere. He's burning up. He has a fever. He has an infection. So now Josh has to figure out a way to get antibiotics. So Josh is like, she'll leave for a little bit. She goes out there. Carly's there. Now Carly barges in Liz's house, and Liz is like, listen, I don't. What do you got to talk about? First of all, she ain't cool with you, and that's on Carly. You know, Carly and her whole Jason thing and her obnoxiousness with making sure no other woman could sit there and be closer to Jason than Carly. So they got history. What are you doing in there? But she walks in, she's talking about Esme, and Esme's been spotted and everything like that. I don't remember if. Oh, no, she did. Esme's been spotted and everything like that. And Liz is like, yeah, I know, she came at me or whatever, and I woke up and she was gone. Like, yo, listen, if Esme was the killer, you you might not have woken up at all. And they talk about that for a little bit, and of course, once they got that out the way, Liz is like, all right, well, there's nothing else we got to talk about. You want to just get out, pretty much. But of course, she's looking at photos or whatever. Liz looking at photos of her parents that she's about to sit there and burn, and Carly's like, well, yeah, I get it. Well, at first she was like, wow, 25 years? You haven't hasn't seen you in that, like, they haven't seen you in that long or whatever. Like, that's crazy. So Liz about to burn the pictures, and Carly's like, no, well, you look back on it, you may have regrets. So I was like, Carly, let Liz do her thing. You worry about your stuff that you gotta deal with. So I didn't try to act like you're friends with her, like you're buddy now. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Just go. Just go. It's like, what are you doing? Oh, well, I'm telling you. It's like, yeah, I get it. You had your little journey, which, by the way, in the end, that trip with Virginia, or I mean, that trip to Florida, Jacksonville's. Eh, the more I think about it, the more I just realize just how useless that trip was. The only thing that you got out of it was that Carly had a storyline that didn't involve Sunny, and at the end, that was even flat. So, for all the people that was really happy that she finally got a storyline outside of Sunny, maybe she's better off with stories for Sunny because it gave her one and it was flat as hell. So anyway, she leaves and I think Liz burns the pictures, which I don't blame her. But she does towards the end go to Spoon Island to talk to Nick, aka Temp Nick. Now I will sit there and say when they was in the beginning it was like today the role of Nicholas we played out. Oh, what are you doing? What do you mean the role is going to be played by? What's going on? This new guy coming in. I was like, what? To be fair, he actually did do a really good job. He did a really good job. Hell, even the scenes with him and Ava, because the actor is so much more older, or he looks so much more older than the new Nicholas that we have. That looking at them like being close together was like, yeah, it seems like y'all more closely are more close with range as far as age goes. Which don't get me wrong, I've been there, okay, as far as dating older women, so I'm not knocking it. But they do seem like they're a little bit more close as far as age and matching and everything. So yeah, Nick is not there telling Esme, hey, listen, you might as well eat something. You don't cooperate, and he made sure that she's not going to Rapunzel her way down to get down the castle or anywhere else. Like, yo, listen, if you act up, you try to do this again, I'm gonna ship your ass to Greece. Okay, then you could just have the baby over there. He wasn't joking about that too. He has the power to sit there and do it. Esme tries to work one of the guards, but the guard is not really budging, so that doesn't work. Ava comes in there and Ava wants to talk to Nicholas about Esme. It's like, yo, listen, she's back in town. We gotta sit there and get her because, you know. And I'm sitting there thinking in my head, why? She's not dead, so that's good. It'd be your word versus hers. So shouldn't you be happy that she's actually alive? I mean, yeah, granted, you should be, watching your six and everything, but she's alive, so that means you didn't commit murder. So, yeah. But, Nicholas doesn't seem like he's really coming out with some sort of strategy or whatever that helps. So he's like, all right, listen, the only thing we got to sit there and talk about is taking care of Ashley. That's as far as our business is concerned, which is like, I get it. She's still angry with Nicholas as far as cheating and stuff. And I guess it's one of those things where it's like, listen, at the end of the day, you're either going to forgive him, because let's be honest, she wants to forgive him, or you just hold the grudge and y'all just part ways. So the genetic counseling comes in, and long story short, Curtis doesn't have any markers for the gene, so Hat Daddy's happy. Jordan talks to Portia, and Portia is giving her hella attitude, like, yo, what do you want? You're my business, you're my family business, mind your business, this, that, and the third. And Jordan's like, yo, listen, I'm just letting you know that Esme is alive and, she's back in town, so, watch your back. And of course, Portia's like, but you could have told me that, in front of everyone else. I was like, Portia, when this truth comes out, it's going to be an amazing day. I may sit there and try to get some dipping ice cream for it. It seems like it's gonna be a really fun time. Her giving her so much grief. And Jordan's like, listen, I'm not gonna say anything, and it is what it is. So unless she accidentally slips up, which unfortunately she's probably not, because they have their wedding on Valentine's Day, and if they stick to the script, well, it just means that Curtis is gonna find out if Trina is his daughter or not into February. It's a long time. I mean, I know it's 2 months, but that's still a long time. I mean, what are you gonna do until then? I feel like that's about it. I can't think of anything else that's really of. Yeah, no, I think that's pretty much about that. So yeah, just another run of the mill episode, very forgettable. You can sit there and do laundry while you're watching this episode if you want, or you can just watch my review, or you can watch Brock TV's review. Or you can watch Lanikia's review, and you'll pretty much kind of get the same thing that you would have got in, I don't know, an hour's time of that episode. So either way, one of three of us is going to sit there and save you an hour of your life that you will not be able to get back. But I feel like that's pretty much about it. I can't think of anything else that happened. So with that being said, I'm going to go. I want to thank you for watching. Be safe. Also, I'm going to be going live tonight at 8. Eastern Pacific Standard Time, and that's going to be for the rest of the week, and so on and so on and so on. So yeah, with that being said, I'm going to go. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.